In the southern United States, wild boar populations are exploding at an alarming rate, spreading across vast stretches of farmland like a destructive storm. These powerful, relentless animals tear through cornfields, flatten crops, and churn up soil that took farmers months of hard labor to prepare. Each uncontrolled boar can destroy tons of harvest within a single season, leaving families devastated and communities struggling to recover. With every night that passes, the threat grows larger. If nothing is done, entire regions could face agricultural collapse. Immediate and decisive action is no longer an option. It is a necessity. The question now is simple. Will the plan succeed, or will the destruction continue its unstoppable march across the hills? Stay with us until the end to find out. Before dawn even broke, our team had already surrounded the hillside, silent as shadows drifting between the trees. Every boot step was precise. Every position chosen to seal off the pathways that led directly to the vulnerable cornfields below. My eyes scanned the terrain with the intensity of someone who had lived this mission 1,000 times before. Then suddenly I saw it, a shape between the brush, subtle yet unmistakable. My finger tightened around the trigger. One decisive, controlled squeeze. A sharp crack shattered the early morning stillness. The target dropped instantly, never sensing the danger lying in wait. Every step we took on that rugged terrain was fueled by unwavering determination to protect the land, the crops, and the lives that depended on them. But it must be admitted, these wild boars are exceptionally cunning. They move like shadows, navigating familiar terrain with near-perfect memory. They slip through thickets, vanish into underbrush, and exploit every blind spot nature offers. By studying their movement patterns and understanding their instincts, I was able to divide the herd into smaller, manageable units. Each one was tracked, cornered, and controlled with strategic precision. Now, everything depended on the shooters, their reflexes, their discipline, and their ability to perform under pressure. Would they act in time? When the shots rang out, the answer became clear. Complete success. Every team hit their mark. Every crop field remained protected. Gunfire echoed across the ridge as the boars broke into a desperate stampede. We followed closely, reading every track, every broken twig, every scent drifting on the wind. 15 minutes into pursuit, the strong, musky odor of boar filled the air. I knew one was close, too close. A dark shape burst from behind a fallen log. Instinct acted before thought. Shots fired. Clean. Controlled. The boar collapsed before taking another step. Training and real-world experience merged into one seamless motion. Do you agree that controlling this invasive species in this manner is necessary? Let us know. We expected them to hide deep within their dens, but instead they emerged, one after another, bold, aggressive, challenging the hunters head-on. Distance didn't matter. We held our ground. Every trigger pull was deliberate. Every shot a statement of responsibility. If even one escaped, an entire field could be ruined within hours. We couldn't allow that. We didn't. After several precise takedowns, surviving boars fled deeper into the thick brush, but the chase didn't stop. When the largest of them, over 200 kilograms of raw power, appeared, I steadied my breathing and waited. The perfect moment came. One shot, then another. The giant fell with earth-shaking force. Did you enjoy watching that final takedown? As dusk settled, the hunt continued beneath fading light. Shadows stretched long across the forest floor. Through the dim glow, new targets revealed themselves. Slowly, quietly, each shot that followed wasn't just about eliminating a threat. It was about restoring safety and stability to the people who depended on these fields. Every action aligned with U.S. wildlife laws, ensuring balance between protection and responsibility. Heat, heat, heat. At last, the local community could breathe again. The crops were safe. Peace returned. And behind every moment of success stood the discipline and determination of hunters who understood the weight of their mission. Meanwhile, across Germany, another battle raged, a silent war survival between farmers and destructive boar populations tearing through fertile land. Entire livelihoods hung in the balance. Seasoned hunters stepped forward, turning dense forests into battlegrounds where skill, courage, and precision determined the outcome. James and his team moved like ghosts through the woods, reaching high vantage points perfect for surveillance. A dark shape shifted in the distance. A boar. James raised his binoculars and signaled his team. Nick locked onto the target, steadying his breath. The silence cracked, one perfect shot. The animal collapsed. A victory, but far from the last. Minutes later, more movement, more threats. The hunters repositioned with flawless coordination. Jake spotted a herd. A shot rang out. Another boar down. Hunting dogs picked up fresh scent trails. The chase escalated. Tension grew. From thick bushes, a massive boar erupted, charging forward. James reacted instantly. One pulled the trigger, and the beast dropped with brutal finality. Even then, the hunt didn't slow. Snow-covered forests presented new challenges. Boars hid in tall grass, blending into the winter landscape. But the hunters adapted, striking with speed and precision. Every accurate shot meant one less danger to the farmers. Nick faced a giant in the snowstorm, a boar towering like a monster carved from the forest itself. It charged. He held his breath. One chance, one shot, a thunderous crack, and silence. Victory in white. The forest, once trembling with chaos, grew still. Across Spain, the story mirrored the same struggle. Millions of boars, millions in damages, and millions relying on brave hunters to restore order. Kevin and his team ventured into dense Madrid forest at dawn, scanning every shadow. A lone boar wandered unaware of the danger. Kevin fired, a clean, immediate takedown. More followed. Herds scattered. Shots echoed across the fields. Jay, silent at his ambush point, waited patiently. When the opportunity came, his shot was flawless. No hesitation. No waste. Later, Kevin faced a charging herd. His rifle barked repeatedly. Each shot precise, each target neutralized. A perfect sweep. Fast. Final. Masterful. Even as the day ended, Jay made one final shot through tall grass, and in the last breath before nightfall. Heat. Peace at last. But the war isn't over. Not in America. Not in Europe. Not anywhere wild boars threaten the land. Hunters continue their missions. Farmers continue their struggle. And we continue to bring you their stories. Raw. Intense. Real. Stay tuned for the next chapter.